Alright guys, and welcome to my review of the S3 Max, which is of course a Switch 2 third-party dock. This product was provided by Antank, so thank you very much to them for getting in touch and providing me with the unit. So let's get into it. So we'll just take a quick look at the product specifications here. As you can see, it does support 4K at 120 Hz. I did test that, so we'll check that out a bit later on in the review. I used the new Metroid Prime 4 game to check that out, so feel free to pause it here if you want to keep reading, but we're going to move on to the rest of the box. So we'll just take a quick look around the box so you can see what we're working with here. So of course we've got S3 Max, and this is the LAN model. So there is a standard model and a LAN model. We have the LAN model. So this is what you get in the box: the Switch 2 dock, user manual, and a firmware upgrade guide. Now you can do that using Windows and Mac and using a USB stick. So this is what the front of the dock looks like. It's got this tiny little light there in the middle, and it's really faint, to be honest with you, when it's illuminated. So this is what we've got in the back as of I/O. We've got the HDMI port, we've got the switcher button, which is a bit delayed to be honest with you, but we'll get into that. USB Type-C, 2 USBs, and of course you've got your Ethernet port. And of course you've got your blue and red side pieces. And this is what we're dealing with when it comes to kind of rubber feet, which is very thin strips of rubber here, and they don't do a great job of gripping the device really, to be honest with you. Here we've got the male connector. So as you can see, it does take a little bit to get it in on the dock there, and you have to give it a little nudge down, but nothing too heavy. And if you're wondering if the connection is secure, it absolutely is. It doesn't go anywhere, which is pretty good, and because of this, it does take a little bit more effort to remove it from the dock. Alright, so as you can see, it's running from the dock into the gaming monitor. We've got Metroid Prime 4 here, and we're going to go into the display settings, and I'm going to show you what we're working with here. So I have enabled 1080p at 120 Hz, and as you can see, that is what it is running at right now. But unfortunately, my camera cannot record in 120 Hz. But take it from me, that is what it's running like right now. And I have got some other footage that is at 60 FPS 4K, so that will be able to show it running that at least. But I can tell you it's working really well. There's no problems at all, and as long as you're using, like, you know, compatible adapters. Obviously I'm using my original Switch 2 adapter on the S3 Max, so if you're using some sort of third-party one, maybe you can find one. I think that'll work, but it'll have to be like Switch 2 kind of like optimized, because if you're going to be using, like, say the old Switch 1 adapter or any sort of other adapter, you're going to encounter basically a game like Metroid going incredibly slow. I know it looks like it's going slow now, but this is recorded at 1080p 30 Hz. So make sure you're using original hardware or compatible hardware when it comes to this dock. That's very important because you're going to get slowed down. So with this footage, this was recorded 4K 60. So basically you can see it's working a lot well. It's a lot better, sorry. And basically it's running smooth. There's not a problem with the dock, and it's pretty much kicking ass. So that's really good. We're going to move on to some Red Dead Redemption footage as well. We captured this one at 1080p 60, but again, it's at 60. It's at a lock 60, and the dock is actually performing really well. So yeah, as you can see, pretty good. In conclusion, this dock definitely isn't perfect. Like, it does feel a bit flimsy. It doesn't look incredible, but I appreciate the space that it gives you. It's really good for, like, having that on your desk, you know. Takes a lot less space up. And I think for the price, I think it's pretty good, to be honest with you. If you're looking for like a second dock, you could probably do far worse than buy this one, at least at the moment. So if you've got any questions, let me know in the comments. Hope you enjoyed this review. Thanks for watching. So before we finish this review, I just want to show the switch feature. So it was on the gaming monitor. I'm going to switch it back to the switch itself, but I have got the brightness all the way down like a divvy, so we're going to turn that back up and show you to prove. So it has in fact switched back, and we're playing Red Dead Redemption on the dock, but not really on the dock, if you know what I mean. So I think that's a pretty cool little feature if you just want to like switch between your gaming monitor and then just back on the switch itself. So we'll hit the switch on the back. It's going like that, and we're going to pan back up and I'll show you. It's back on the monitor there, but as you saw, there's a bit of a delay, but it's a pretty good device. Let me know what you think.